How's it going, everyone? And welcome to a thankfully fern-filled episode of No Excuses on YouTube.com with your favorite show hosts, Still.
The corpse of Fenurian.
And what was hell? And we're here to bring the latest news and commentary on the video games industry for the week. And thankfully, with Fern here, it might be slightly less of a clown show than it has been the previous week because, unfortunately, I still don't have a method of stopping people from repeatedly calling me away during the show. Especially considering this weekend at work is going to be incredibly busy. But it's mostly routine work. Perhaps they won't screw it up. I mean...
You've done it now.
Well, I've already spent the morning correcting mistakes. So, we're not off to a great start. But, yes, if you'd like to get involved with the show, you can do so by sending us email at noexcusesvtw@gmail.com. Or you can follow us on the Twitter at noexcusesvtw. You can join us in the Discord server, which you can get to by clicking on the link provided in the show description underneath the show archive on YouTube, and it's the best place to go if you want to talk to other listeners to the show and to the show hosts and to see the spicy memes we post and so on and so forth.
Yes,
Yep,
indeed.
come go to jail with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
if you also want to join a free show free company on Final Fantasy 14 where we don't really do anything specific, there's that too.
We do. We have a free company that's actually an operable free company now. We got a submarine. We got a house. On the beach, no less. We'll show that at the end of the show.
Prime real estate.
Yep, I spent a lot of time during the last two bidding phases flipping around trying to find a good location. And we managed to find a location in Shirogane. And we found it late last time because you needed to have your free company established for 30 days before you could bid. And we came up at the tail end of one of the bidding phases.
We were three of the 6 people who bid on that, and it was the 7th person who came along and won it.
Yeah. So there wound up being some competition on it. Free company plots in general have a lot less competition. So I was fairly certain we could get something as long as we were patient.
Mm-hmm.
But next bidding phase came around, and me and Abo got out there day one. And we went digging around and wrote down plots, and we found a plot very similar to the one we bid on last time in Shirogane. That's right on the beach.
It's actually across the street.
Yeah, that's right on the beach, and didn't have a wackadoodle neighbor, and is right by a market board.
Yeah. Incidentally, the block we previously bid on has been developed, and it is...
I'm just going to take the screenshot you sent me.
Yeah, just send them that screenshot. Because, oh boy.
I'll dump it in live show chat so you can see what happened there.
What, you don't want to live in that neighborhood?
No.
Well, we would have been there in place of the gingerbread house, so I'm betting the guy across the street wishes we won.
That's won first prize on the mini cashpot.
You got first prize?
Mini cashpot.
Mini cashpot.
Mini cashpot.
Oh, okay. That's not as impressive.
No, but hey, 10,000 is still 10,000. So yeah, it's an absolute eyesore now. So, but there's also a few other houses in there which are suitably and equally tasteless. So, yeah.
The gingerbread house I could ascribe to somebody having unique taste. The giant Namazu effigy I could ascribe to somebody just liking the Namazu.
Being weird.
Having both at the same time, that smells like trolling.
Yeah, it's like you just want to annoy people, don't you?
By contrast, this is what our house currently looks like. You can see our little sheep emblem
Have the
on
sheep.
it's on the little banner above the door, and we're using the cafe exterior, and had a lot of trouble coming up with a name for this place when we got it, because I didn't want it to just be plot P number, because that looks dumb.
It does.
Yeah. So I tried one name, our usual name for cafe type things in games we play, which was Ananerbe, and apparently this is something my Germans from a war that happened
mid-20th century Germans.
Yeah, there is some vague relation to some aspect of their group So the word is just banned. He can't use it to name anything in Final Fantasy. So couldn't go with that. Went with another name from the Nightside books, which I had re-listened to recently, and named it after the bar from those as a placeholder. And then Vaul was like, I think that's a name for gay people. So
that's a no-go.
So Strange Fellows was out. And I'm like, okay, well, what do I got left? What's always in my head? Devil May Cry. So at present, I think it's called like Royal Guard Cafe or something.
Yeah,
you said you wanted to change it to Judgment Nut Cafe.
You're gonna change it to Judgment Nut now.
I might change it to the Judgment Nut.
Can I buy? Oh, I can buy a pick. Okay, I will go with the pick. So yeah. Anyway, in far as other Final Fantasy stuff goes, right before the show, I just maxed out Minor, and I just finished the Omicron quest, so I got the unpronounceable mount.
Oh, cool! You can get you can start working on the Splendourous tool like right away.
Oh yeah, you can, and I probably should at some point. But
I haven't started because it's too much work.
Oh, that's just disappointing. Yeah. I bought the 590 pick just then, and all it is, it's the pick I was using before, but slightly darker.
Yeah,
that's disappointing.
I would show off because I did do that this week as well. I did the grind for Splendourous tools on my other two gatherers. I did fishing and goldsmithing the week they came out, and the past several weeks I've been just accruing. I'm not going to sit there and grind up scripts to get the base materials for all the other ones. So I've been doing my weekly turn-ins that give you the big dump of seals, and got enough gatherer scripts to get the hatchet and the pickaxe, and went and did the hour-long grind to go get through each of the 2 steps on each throughout this week.
Yeah, we'll see how fast we get through Eureka today, and I might start one of the Splendorous tools afterwards. I'm not sure which one yet.
Yeah, I should be able to take us through the first, if we start at 21, which we're going to want to, because I want y'all to get Aether Pool levels.
Oh, yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah, the bottom levels aren't worth... We're not going to get anything out of those.
I should be able to take us through fairly comfortably through floors 21 to 40. 41 to 50, I may have to pay a little bit of attention, and I'll have to explain the boss when we get there, and any trouble mobs. And after that, we should probably stop, because that's where I keep dying, and I'll explain that when we get in there.
Yeah, we're going to want to focus on that.
But, yeah. So make sure you got an empty slot. We'll go in. I'm going in as Samurai this time.
Since we're bringing a team of glass cannons this time.
That's fine. I can recover us now, so...
This should be interesting.
I can solo it.
You're loaded down with items.
I'm loaded down with 241 potions that I'd never use when I'm in here, because the auto attack damage is so dang low. I thought I would be blocked from solo attempts for a while, like I was in Heaven on High and Palace of the Dead, until I accrued a bunch of potions. No, not in here. This place is all mechanics and all avoidable damage, where if you screw it up, you get one shot. But otherwise, unless you're doing big pulls where the mob's gimmick is auto attack damage, there's no reason to use the potions.
You need to get Furnu get Furnu a job up to 80 or something. Or
yeah,
81 or whatever it is.
I was considering going and doing and just grinding my Dark Knight up in Bozja this week, but this week happened. Also, there's a guy here who's taken his character name from a Key and Peele skit, so there's that. If you ever get a chance and you're looking for something stupid to watch on YouTube for 5 minutes, there's a Key and Peele skit where they're going through the names of college football players, and they get more and more ridiculous the further down the list they go. Most of them aren't even words by the time they get to the bottom.
Oh, crap. I just realised I have to put things on my bar.
Yes. Oh, we're starting with these horrible little things.
Yeah, so I've been playing Samurai in here lately. In addition to my usual choices of for this place of of Machinist and Red Mage. because Samurai has a very uniquely good for in here way to bank their burst. And that their burst is very evenly distributed between cooldowns, your resource bar, so your Kinky bar, and your stickers, and your Shoha charges that you can build up. So you can build up 4 different types of burst and either blow them all at once, take care of a mob when it's doing something like this, or blow a little bit of it at a time just to progress through the floor fairly reasonably. And it makes getting through a Samurai fairly easy until you get to the later floors where being a melee has its disadvantages.
Namely, things hitting like a truck.
Well, no, that never happens. That's the thing about this place. Nothing ever starts hitting like a truck unless it's the mob's, unless that mob is specifically designed to hit harder than most mobs.
That's
I've been tanking literally everything in chain pulling since we got in here, and aside from Vaul pulling aggro a few times, I've been taking the damage, and my health didn't drop below 35k, and I was chain pulling.
Is double auto still a thing at least?
Yeah, there's double and triple autos. Those are the designated. This mob's job is
But
to
it's not.
really
It's
hard.
entire floors of them this time.
Yeah, okay.
They are the rare exception to the rule.
Ow!
Would-
I just got smacked. Why did I just get smacked? Oh wait, we don't have a tank.
'cause-
That's why.
Yeah, there's no tank, so if my burst is down, y'all are getting aggro. Don't worry, auto attacks don't hurt. Just don't fail mechanics. So these guys are actually annoying when you're solo because they do this, and you have 2 choices. You can burst it down, so you can save your burst and kill it. And this is the faster way to deal with them. Or if your burst ain't up, you can just line of sight it. Line of sight's fairly easy on this floor set because of the way the hallways and floors are laid out.
And all of the sloops.
The sloops and the big wibbly bowls. Let's get
Yep, and
oh, there it is.
luring traps in particular are extra dangerous here because of the way the mechanics work. So I always run around the edge of the room. And there's so far only been one room type where it has a chance to spawn, and it's in the tile set for I think 50 to 60. But otherwise, I've not seen them on the edge of the room like normal.
Right. That's at least a relief that it's nice and predictable on that score.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be able to solo it if you didn't have a relatively safe area to walk to avoid the traps, because there just ain't enough resources to survive luring traps otherwise.
Yeah, you're gonna get into serious trouble. All right.
Okay, good. We got a demi-clone. My objective is to have 1 demi-clone for every boss. I don't care which one. I just want 1.
Yeah, that's fair. We're good at this room because Vaul set it off.
Oh, is that what y'all were playing with earlier?
That's what that was.
Oh, okay.
It was a was it pacifying trap?
Oh, that thing. I wondered why y'all weren't attacking the mob up there.
No, we're just that lazy.
Guess we'll dive in and get to our weeks while we're doing this then. And yeah, my weeks have been fun. So without going into too much details, my dad got sick, ended up in hospital, so yeah, I ended up with a whole bunch of extra work on my plate.
Nope, don't care about that room.
No, we don't care about that room. Let's get out here. So yeah, I've basically been working more or less non-stop since that happened. And to cap it off, last night was the first Drunk Cowboy event of the year. So yay, 13 hours of Drunk Cowboys.
Hooray.
Hooray! I mean, I earned myself a hell of a lot of money doing that shift, but yeah, Drunk Cowboys.
Oh, goodness. When we find the Dread Beast, we'll stop and I'll give y'all instructions on how we're going to deal with it.
Okay, because yeah, we're not going to want to just face tank that thing.
It'll depend on if we find a witching before we get to it. I'll
Or
just
a
deal with
storm.
it if we find a witching. We have a storm.
Oh, we have a storm? Okay, we do it that way.
But a storm by itself ain't enough, depending on what beast it is. So
Yeah.
depending on what beast it is, plus if we get a witching or not, I'll I'll figure out what we need to do with it.
Alright. Meanwhile, I guess I'm tanking.
Yeah. Go ahead and pop that.
Alright, so yeah, that's basically been that, and so if I'm a bit low energy today, that's why.
Okay, that's the worst one to get.
Oh dear, this could be interesting.
It's Kakma.
Kakma. Debbie
I'm
Kakma.
Yeah, so how do we want to do this? Okay, here's how we're gonna deal with him. Fern, you're actually gonna get to use that Phoenix down.
Oh dear.
Is that how this is going to go?
That's never a good sign.
All right. Vaul, get your finger over that storms button.
Hold on, I need to figure out. Oh yeah, okay, right.
Okay, I'm gonna count down. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then I'll say Fern, and then I'll say Vaul. Fern, when you hear your name, shoot that guy. You're going to die.
Oh, right. Okay.
Vaul, when you hear your name, press that storms button. All right. I'm gonna keep the same cadence, counting down and calling your names. So get in range to attack him, Fern.
Yep, I'm good to go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, Fern, Vaul. Okay, he died before he got his tank buster off. Okay. Whew.
Well,
That guy has an infinite range tank buster that will one-shot even paladins.
Yikes. So yeah, I'm glad he didn't get that off, because otherwise I would have been a pink mist.
Yeah, I had the... I would have rezzed you, but yeah.
Yeah.
These guys aren't too bad to double pull, because all they do is their frontal cone gaze and the body slam. Okay, so Dreadbeast's taken care of. You can continue.
Okay, where was I? Right, as far as Vidya goes this week, I didn't have a whole lot of time to do much, but yeah, I did a little bit of Final Fantasy, knocked over the Omicron, so that's all finished. Finished a few of the daily, the custom deliveries, which was the Zloe and Adkara, because they're both right next to each other, you might as well do them together.
Zloe is special.
I'm not sure how she gets through the day, that girl. But then you see, like, Chloe, and then there's another member of her family around the place as well, and they're all like that. Keza, do you have any attention span whatsoever? Nah. They're cat girls, variously, with the attention span of kittens. And they're also rather accident prone, which doesn't help either.
We've got a replacement storms.
Okay, cool.
Nice. So yeah,
storms are to be saved for Dreadbeasts, treasure rooms, or no recovery floors. Because on no recovery floors, the enemies won't heal. So it's a free floor wipe.
So yeah, those two are done. They're not bad. There's a lot of the custom deliveries are fairly straightforward in terms of what they offer in terms of story.
Yeah, most of them are forgettable. They're mostly for turn-ins. Andon's was fairly memorable, but
I've started down Andon's, and it's proved immediately to be like complete and utter nonsense. Considering all his reputation levels, some degree of how human he considers you to be.
Mob type alert. Run.
Oh, these guys are the bitch slappers.
They're the suck-in dudes.
Yep.
And that hit is delayed. So do not run back in afterwards until they do their swing.
Yes.
This also means these guys are all you.
I do the range. Whoopsie. Liar!
That's okay, you must have dodged it.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
He bullied me.
So yeah, that's those, as well as progressing along on the Summoner quest line, which is all about a talking book with teeth. I'm not entirely sure where they're going with this quest line, because it's like, here's this Allegan book and it talks, and now here's this Allegan guy who's turned up and he's supposed to be dead, but Memel clone me. Which seems to be...
it's elegant bullshit.
It's Allegan bullshit. Which makes me kind of dread if we're going to Mericidia for the next expansion, because it's going to be all Allegan bullshit.
Yeah, well, based on what you read in the encyclopedia, the Elegant Empire was basically a cyberpunk dystopia by the time it fell.
Yeah. You get a lot of that through the game as well. But it's probably going to... I wouldn't be surprised at all if like the next raid for the next expansion ends up being like Final Fantasy VII themed or something like that.
I mean, like actually, Yoshi P recently said that they're not going to put Final Fantasy VII things in until the entire remake trilogy is concluded. So that depends on the timescale for that.
Well,
all right, so that's going to be yonks down the line.
Man, the freaking Final Fantasy VII right now in this game, in relation to Final Fantasy XIV, makes me growl, because the only the last card that I can attain without having to win a tournament or get them from the platinum packs is the stupid Cloud Strife card.
Okay.
It costs 1 million MGP.
Yeah,
it's not even that good of a card.
But it's got
it's Cloud.
It's got Cloud on it, so you got to pay through the nose. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of Final Fantasy VII related content in the game. I think you've got the weapons, and that's about it, really.
That's okay. That to me.
And the occasional reference to the 7th Legion.
That Dread Beast was the reduced damage taken Dread Beast, so you can actually survive the the pull in if you're at full HP and don't have anything else chewing on you.
So yeah, as far as other games I've been playing, is I picked up Final Fantasy Theatre Rhythm, because I just wanted something no-brain, and let's face it, Final Fantasy has always had really good music.
It's pretty adorbs too.
Yeah.
Why, Fern? We didn't need to... Why did you pull him?
Because he said something horrible, and he kind of had it coming.
He was
owes me money.
He was talking to his wall.
He owes me money. Okay, that guy, however, doesn't need to get involved.
He's aggro on you.
Yeah, he was already aggroed.
I don't see him on the enemy list. Did he somehow not aggro? Oh no, he just aggroed onto Fern instead.
Yeah, which was weird. But yeah, it's all pretty adorable. You got all the Final Fantasy characters, all the little kind of chibi paper cutout versions of themselves. And they basically march along the bottom of the screen while you're playing through the rhythm game, and they'll fight enemies and all of that. Usually in very strange ways for characters with, magic-based weapons. I'm looking at Alphino in particular, because he just runs up and starts smacking things with his book.
Missed opportunity for froth and foam.
I know, right?
Didn't they put the 20 music in that game?
Yes.
I've seen it, so I've seen clips of it, so it must be there.
As far as the series goes, it picks up from like all over the series. So it starts at 1, goes all the way up through to 15, and it also has like a couple of Theatre Rhythm exclusive ones and all that. Oh, one moment.
Boone is doing a thing.
He is doing a thing.
Sorry, just a quick random food delivery. Where was I? So yeah, they have, because this is the kind of the definitive version of Theatre Rhythm, they've brought Final Fantasy XIV up to Endwalker. And I think the final track is something out of Eden. I think it might actually be Gaia's theme. But they've added a lot. There's a lot of songs in this game. I haven't even bought any of the DLCs, which adds in songs from other Square Enix properties as well. Like The World Ends With You, and I think there's going to be a Nier one somewhere down the line. As far as the song counts go, though, 14 is by and away the most prominent. They've got 34 songs in the quest-based list. I think there might be 2 more in the extended list.
Well, I think it is the Guinness world record holder for largest score for a video game.
Oh, that would not surprise me whatsoever. The next closest one after that is 13, and that's only if you count all the 13s together. And that comes in at 32. Yeah, it's a good time. I haven't cranked the difficulty up too much. I've stayed more or less on the base difficulty and just been no-braining my way through it. I've gone through 14. I'd started with that. I've gone through 10. On to 8 at the moment. I think I've done 4 as well. A few others. So yeah, it's good. The gameplay is very simple. It's basically press button on red beat, hold button on green beat, and push stick in direction on arrow beat. That's all you need to know to play the game. If you want to max out your score, though, you'd need to level up your little minions. Because the enemies they defeat will affect your score. Not as much as, actually playing the song properly, but yeah, they can be the difference between a double S platinum or a double S gold. Oh, right. I'm the intro. Never mind.
Yeah, I can stun them, but I got a 40-second cooldown on my stun.
Fine, actually. I interrupt. Oh, yeah, head grades 30 seconds. Yeah, it's been a good time. It's kind of disappointing to see that they haven't put all possible characters in there. Like, some games only have, like, half the party available.
This interrupts yours, Fern.
Yep.
Well,
now you have the pox.
Now you have the pox. Enjoy the pox.
So, get them green potions out.
Did I just get 2 Aether Pool fragments? I did!
You did.
Totally worth giving you the cooties.
Wait, you're the one that got the cooties, though.
Gus, Swinger.
So yeah, I did do one experiment where I cranked the difficulty up on a song I got the triple S score, which is the highest you can get without being completely perfect.
I'm so glad we had the Cockma's damage reduction.
I had nowhere to go for that swinge.
Yeah, he'll turn
The
to face
problem is that we
red.
don't have a tank to aim them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the difficulty in Theatre Rhythm between regular starting difficulty and top high level difficulty is insane. I'm not
It's
sure
like
how...
that in most rhythm games, it seems.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you can actually do top difficulty. Oh boy. You need tentacles for hands or something like that to do that. There's just so many notes and so many conflicting actions you need to do at the same time. It's
That should have been a fairly profitable room for y'all's Aether Pool.
Provided we don't get killed
Yeah.
okay.
I don't care about
by a
that
stray
room.
swinge.
Praise the Cockma buff.
I'm just going to stay with the cooties. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta use a green potion on cooldown to heal yourself and don't take any more damage.
Yeah.
And second win.
Phone is going off. Hold on.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna grab the chest in this room real quick and then I'll meet y'all back by the exit.
Yeah.
I should be able to sneaky get him. Oh, there's another arm.
Yeah. The only problem I really have with the Theatre Rhythm is the price tag. It's a bit expensive. Like $60. 60 Australia bucks. Which
Well,
granted, they give you like 150, nearly 200 songs to play, but yeah, that's steep for a rhythm game.
I thought I might be able to sneak and get it, but I'm not gonna try. We're making good time though.
Yeah.
In 20 minutes, we're less than half. I'm much more confident with these mobs now, so I can unload much more heavily on them. Especially this floor set. I've done this floor set the most.
Yeah, meanwhile, I just need to stave off death.
Chug them potions. Oh, that's a good point. I should eat food.
You should also eat food. Oh!
Yep, you Swinger. He's swinging. Oh, Fern, you're dead.
Why y'all get swinged on, yo?
I got swinged. And. Oh well, this. Oh no, wait, I'm not free of the cooties.
No, they don't go away with death.
They don't go away with death.
Maybe we should just lie there and let you luxuriate for 5 minutes or so.
That might be a good idea. Because I'm going to run out of
run out of time
potions
before, though.
We are ahead on time, but I'd rather keep going. I'll just pick you up again if you fall over.
Alright.
Should we go and open that coffer to see if we can get you another Phoenix down?
Nah, there'll be more.
Okay.
We've only got a few more floors where they can be mimics anyway. So.
That should be on my. Got why I changed my options out. Oh, that's right, because I was summoning stuff.
Fern, don't go. Silver chests are a no-no for you.
Yeah, I don't want to explode.
Nah, it's not going to stop and watch. He'll rush headlong into one.
Explosion.
You're playing a cat. Cats just can't help themselves.
We're all playing cats.
Yeah, but only one of us has got a tiny sliver of health.
This is true. But it's shiny. I must touch the shiny. I'm actually really trying to drag out. It's blah. As far as anime goes, I did find one new one which I'm enjoying because of its mindless stupidity. Not sure when it actually came out, but it's the vampire dies right away.
Yeah, I can't remember whether that one. I feel like it started like a little bit off season.
Yeah, I think it did because they're halfway
It's not
through
quite
season
square
2
with
for
the
the
other
dub now.
seasons.
Which is it's basically about a classic vampire who gets his house invaded and subsequently blown up by a vampire hunter. So he moves in on this vampire hunter. The problem is the vampire tends to die to all sorts of vampire things, like he'll die to sunlight and steaks, garlic, harsh words, a light breeze, meaningful looks.
He doesn't have a very strong constitution.
He's got about 1 hit point, yes. But the thing is, because he's still a classic vampire, he just kind of gets straight back up again.
Ben's going for that pox refresh.
Okay, Fern, the next one's yours.
Yep.
Don't accidentally try and interrupt Death Trap.
Oh, damn it. That guy spawned behind me.
He did. He's a respawning patrol.
Blah.
He does Scythe Tail. These do Scythe Tail. You don't want to get hit by Scythe Tail.
Okay, Scythe hurts.
Yeah.
I keep getting LOS'd.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, here comes another one. Oh, that was Vaul. Fine.
No, I'm about to say, that is the fastest respawn I've ever heard of in these floor sets. Scythe Tail.
You do remember what happened the week before last, don't you?
Oh, I had it even worse, because the way this works, it scales down starting from floor 1. But floor 1 through floor sets 1, 2, and 3 have a stupidly high respawn rate in this place for some reason. So, are you gonna raise him?
There you go.
Okay. While you do that, I'll kill the mimic.
Things have so many hit points here. I'm used to taking a black mage, meaning that I could cruise and don't have to press any buttons.
Yeah, well, this floor especially has gloom on it, so they're extra tough. I gotta get better at hitting that.
That's where I should properly pay.
I'm not pulling that mimic until my stun's back up, because Fern and his Fern will Fern.
Gosh. I'm multitasking multiple ways here.
Alright, I'll trust you to interrupt this one then.
Alright.
Go show how go. No, that's not what's up. We're good.
What else have I really been? That's basically been about it. Is about just a really dumb vampire.
Ooh!
I am so glad I did not follow you there.
It can't kill you though, right?
It can't kill you, but he's not the landmine.
He could get put down to 1 tick of pox.
Yeah, he could get put down to 1 tick left.
Yeah.
It's something like 85% of current HP for the landmine. So
the game is
And
trying
then
to
Fern
kill
dies
me.
of syphilis again.
Oh,
second wind, Fern. Second wind.
everything's on cooldown. I'm relatively okay at the moment.
These guys don't do anything while they're in combat, only out of combat.
A furry with syphilis, how bland.
Hmm.
We forgot to get him his shots. I'm trying to fully explore these floors to get you guys some Aether Pool. But
I'm more concerned about not getting to keep all that ether pool.
we can alter again.
Why?
Oh, intuition too.
Why did you scream now, you stupid thing? It's a random Vaul stat. That's all I know.
Thankfully, the pox's damage is calculated at time of application.
Yeah.
So if you catch pox while you've got a Vaul,
you're
you're
probably
in
just gonna
bed.
melt.
you toast.
Yeah, that's bad news bears for you.
Yeah, that's this run is over at that point.
Okay, Fern, you have to be the one to deal with the turtle dragons.
Well,
They cannot be stunned.
Wait for another 10 seconds.
Yeah, the turtle
I
dragons.
think we proved that I can deal with them perfectly well as a healer.
Yeah, if you apply your dots before Diamondback goes up, your dots will still do full damage though. So that's what you need to interrupt. Oh right, sleep.
Yeah, sleep's a
We
thing.
got a sight sailing coming. Banara. Oh, I already had that sticker.
Alright, so Vaul, what have you been up to? My week
Nothing.
is pretty much done. It's been
I haven't even played Gacha.
behind.
It's
Oh, I just pulled a void
Okay.
There's
ring.
another Vivra. I haven't even played Gacha, and that's because I've been too busy. And also, it's the fact that the Akihabara event is very taxing on time. Like, if you sit down and start working on the tower, you're going to be there for a while. And I haven't had a block of time to commit like that. So, yeah, I haven't really made much progress on anything this week. Not even getting a decent night's sleep. I have, one clan nuts hunt, one sack of nuts at a time. I have been making progress on leveling my various job classes in FF, but that's basically all that I've been able to do. So I just have machinist and black mage left, and then I will have all the combat classes at 90. So progress has happened on that front, at least. But yeah, it's still rough, and it's going to stay rough probably for another 6 weeks at least, and then it will become extremely rough for a few weeks, and then things will start to quiet down a little bit. That's the rough schematic moving forward by the looks of things. Though it's kind of hard to be sure. But yeah, because I've been, over the past couple of weeks, I've been entertaining various sort of muckety mucks from headquarters.
And you haven't slapped any of them?
It wouldn't accomplish anything because I need to be on their good side. Because I need
feel
to pillage as much help as possible as I can from various other departments around the country. Because I've got so much sort of backlogged work to do to try and get things ship shape before the audit, the big audit. So yeah, it's I've managed to get through to a lot of the more important people that the handover from previous management wasn't done as deftly as perhaps it ought to have been.
That's pushing it diplomatically.
But well, because I had to be diplomatic the whole time, so
Yeah.
yeah, I've got various people now who know that things are not great, and that I need some some help because I've got a lot of managing to learn, but at the same time I've got to do a lot of sort of retroactive work to try and correct problems that shouldn't have been in place when I took over. And yeah, so it's going to be a very busy span of time, and at the same time I'm attempting to train a whole bunch of new people as well. But you know, it should all pay off provided they don't all resign as soon as they get trained, which wouldn't surprise me because that tends to happen a lot. People tend to treat the commercial laboratory sector as sort of finishing school a lot of the time. It's extremely frustrating, but it's just the way of things. And because it's sort of a bit one of those things that's a bit frustrating. Like in the commercial laboratory sector, sure, you don't need the same depth of knowledge and the same high specialization that you might need in better paid scientific fields, but you do require to be significantly more flexible than your typical specialized scientist. You have to be able to handle all sorts of random crap that will get thrown your way. So the amount of sort of flexibility you need to have while still finding ways to remain within the accredited rules it's a skill set all of its own, but it sets you up very well to do other things. Unfortunately, that particular skill set is not very well compensated intrinsically. So yeah, oh good, it didn't get off. But yeah, it's rough for me right now. It's going to continue to be rough right now, but the only thing I can do is sort of keep my eyes facing forward and keep going and not worry too much about all the things that can go wrong, because a lot of things can and will go wrong, and I just have to try and handle it as best I can.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of things are already going wrong before you even arrive, so you try and catch up.
Ultimately, the key to it all is to flesh out the staff skill. Like, I need to help various people with the potential to acquire a broadened skill set, because the biggest problem right now is that I'm still too integral to day to day. My input is too crucial to normal operations, and as a result, I can't turn my attentions properly to the things that I need to be paying attention to. So,
where's silver?
Yeah,
I'll get it when we leave.
All right.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but yeah, that's the way it is. There's still a future where I can finally relax one day. Like that hasn't disappeared. It still can be accomplished. The problem is getting there. There's a lot of ground to cross in the meantime, and things are very chaotic right now because of various business interests and so on, which I can't really talk about, that have caused the southern branch's management structure to get stretched extremely thin, because various acquisitions type stuff that's taking place in other parts of the country. But as a result of that, everybody is sort of stretched to breaking point. Like my analytical services manager is off in another part of the country next week. My business unit manager is off in another part of the country this next week. Yeah, everything is kind of hectic, and it leaves me with very little room to do my job, which is a big problem. Like, they chose a really, really inconvenient time to start, throwing my people all over the country when I need them on site to do their jobs. But yeah, well, it is what it is. Complaining about it's not going to change anything. The suits don't care about how difficult things are. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm still sort of gazing wistfully at my plans of all the games I want to play and all the things I want to do. Like, I have this sort of ongoing fantasy of wanting to sit down and play some FF for an evening or something, which is just never eventuates. Oh my. It's Dragon time.
Dragon time.
And I'm going to have to try and pay attention. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to talk while doing this, especially on a class that's as immobile as this one.
Don't touch Tiamat's ball. You have a robot, though.
Solid advice.
Yeah.
I popped Uni, since Doga's more valuable. Wormtail, don't be in the middle. Don't get run over by the balls that come from the tail either.
I forgot the balls come out.
Okay, the hard mechanic. The only hard mechanic.
Hard? It's just incredibly annoying.
Well, I say hard. It's the one you're most likely to take damage on.
Yeah.
I've got to put my
See,
ley
and I
lines
just went and
down.
did that.
It wouldn't have mattered if I had put my ley lines down, though, because I wouldn't be allowed to stand in them.
No lines for you.
Fern, you are the cheese poof collector.
How do I get so many cheese poofs? Ugh. I think the server just thinks I'm going to make somewhere completely different.
That is how it do.
I think it shoots 4 or 5 times.
You know what? I'm just going to reset my rotation because I have no idea where it was up.
Hot wing.
I'm too far away. Too far away.
It's okay. We got Uni.
Oh my goodness. Just let me set up shop for once, you filthy dragon.
No.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for accommodating my ley lines.
Hot wing. Oh, I almost got hot winged.
Okay, I got the... I don't know what you...
Waymorn. Good. I'm doing my bursts, so you can Waymorn over there.
What? Why?
Why did it cut the corner?
I feel profoundly bullied. Well, we get to keep all of our ether pool, right?
Yep.
That will lock our ether pool?
Yep.
Fantastic, because we made some definite progress that time.
That one mimic room dropped like 4 silver chests. And we get free ether.
Really good. Yeah.
I'm going to turn the free fragment you get for beating Tiamat in for some more potions before we go back in.
There's just not really anything else to spend them on.
Yeah. It's funny. The dungeon that I need potions the least on has the easiest to access potions. Ooh, Bardine of Eternal Darkness.
There seems to be this syndrome in the dev team for this expansion that people regard materia as a reward. If you look at the what do they call them again? The new dungeon type?
Oh, yeah, Sildine Survey or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember what the dungeon type is called. Criterion.
Yeah,
they think people want materia? Really? There's not a million different ways to get materia?
Like, most people at some point will have a reason to jump on a hunt train, and you get so much just current materia from that you never, ever have to farm materia.
Yeah. For your craft, or a lot of materia, you just do the Beast Tribe dailies once, and that'll get you.
Mirror Knight, this AoE look away is absolutely ginormous.
Right.
They can be stunned, but there are other things I'd rather stun on this floor set.
What does it do? Petrify?
I think he petrifies you and then comes and does a wombo combo that insta kills you.
Oh joy.
Yeah, everything from this point on is a one shot. Even with Steel Up.
Yikes.
Or it's close enough with Steel Up that it doesn't matter.
At any rate, yeah, so I don't really have much to talk about as far as my week is concerned. A lot of anime is starting to come to an end at this point. The seasons are winding up.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Honestly, I haven't seen anything that particularly impresses me. I feel like a lot of the anime this season, such as I did bother to watch, came to a very weak close. Like they didn't start strong, they didn't proceed strong, and they didn't end strong. So overall, I would call it a disappointment of a season. Generally, it hasn't been particularly great. It hasn't even really been particularly remarkable for being bad either. Like there were no real like wall banger bad anime this season either, which is sort of disappointing because it's always at least a little bit fun to complain about those. But you know, they weren't.
Like sometimes you just need a really awful anime that you can just freely pee on for all.
Orthobugs are one of the ones that have the gimmick of it hits really hard and will also heal itself based on the damage it does.
Right. What was that Crunchyroll original one? A couple of seasons back that was just...
Oh, that deeply awful CG one?
Yeah, that one. The one where nothing existed in the same universe as anything else. What was that one called?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called. I just remember that it was an atrocity.
It had an equally cringy name as well. Yeah, like every now and again you get an anime that is just awful, and increasingly it's Crunchyroll original. Oh well, at least
Crunchyroll is just a bad company, and that's what we're just gonna have to face the reality of.
They did the Crunchyroll Awards recently too, and I haven't seen that because that's usually a laugh for how awful it is.
Well, they'll usually pick something that is like, you know, there's like alphabet people centric or something.
Something ultra super artsy fartsy or that.
Like I'm expecting the one with the one with the isekai girl who's like who can't use magic, but everybody else in the world, everybody else in her social cast can, and she's totally enamored of magic and all that. I expect that's going to get nominated because the last episode is like the entire thing is just the two lead heroines alternately crying and kissing each other. Like it's really cringe.
Right.
Everything. Well, I mean, to be fair, like it perhaps is to be expected that it's two girls are the lead, so the entire thing eventually devolves into an emotional cluster F. Like perhaps that's to be expected. But yeah, I did not consider it to be a very strong end because I feel like nobody made any real sacrifices ultimately, even though they spent a lot of time talking up the sacrifices that needed to be made.
Didn't that
they
story
didn't
kind
really
of start
communicate
over
the consequences.
Though?
It was quite kind of over the top in a lot of ways, but I don't feel like they utilized it very effectively. I find it hard to describe, but I find it harder to recommend. Like at the beginning, I thought it had potential, but by the end, I felt like that potential had been wasted.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really tell you exactly why it felt wrong somehow. It's sort of like they had done most of the things that I expected them to do, but they just hadn't done them quite as well as they could have been done, and I feel like there are probably other series that do those things better. It's sort of like...
It's the old feeling of missed potential.
Yeah, it's not quite the same thing, but I accidentally watched a trash taste clip a week or two ago.
Okay.
Because that happens occasionally. Because for some reason, despite the fact that I don't usually watch that stuff, in fact, I don't know if I ever have, YouTube persistently recommends Trash Taste to me.
You're a wee buncher. You must like these guys.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it comes from watching Hololive clips. Maybe there's an overlap there because of Kelly. But
Kelly and Coco actually, or Mason, I should say.
But they talk at length about how much they don't like My Hero Academia, and ultimately, it boils down to something that I can sort of sympathize with because of my sort of lukewarm feelings about My Hero Academia, and that it does everything that it does really well, and in a vacuum it would be really good, but everything that it does is done very fractionally better by another series that is contemporaneous with it.
Yeah. Thankfully, we can at least say that the latest showing from Hero Arca is actually... Why did you just do that?
Because I wanted to kill the Shabti faster.
Yes. Remember, you're not a tank.
I know.
He's spent a lot of time in here at this point. I'm just going to rely on him to stay alive, and if he doesn't, then I'll desperately hit every button I've got.
Fair enough.
Yeah, landmine plays are fairly common in here because the damage is so low from the mobs, aside from these bugs, on this floor set, that we got a look away patrol, so I'll stun the look away part while we kill the bug. I will very frequently, if I have a site up and I see a landmine, just use it to kill everything in the room.
Fair enough.
It just cuts down the time you spend on each floor so much.
Especially since everything in here has so much health compared to the other two.
Yeah, like right here, I'm going to do a double landmine play. So, pre-pop blood blast.
See what you're doing. There you go.
Yep. I just get in combat with them, pulling both, pop a potion, pop a sustaining potion, and now they have no HP.
I keep expecting them to heal up.
No, that's why you get in combat with them. That's why you get in combat with them first.
Yeah, no, but I just expect their health to go up, that's all. I know that it's not going to because you know how to do it, but I expect to see it. Delicious silver chest.
Yep, I'm gonna go get the silver. Thankfully, shopties are always super free wherever they are in these deep dungeons. All they do is a fast cast and line AoE and hit a little hard. But in here, hit a little hard doesn't matter.
But this is an AQ20. That's where I expect to see them.
Oh, because they look like Anubis.
They do.
I can.
Weenie compared to the ring.
Ooh, I almost did myself in because I forgot I did that landmine play. If that had been a bomb, I would have died.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and I don't have a Phoenix down anymore because we haven't seen any bronze chests.
That's okay. We cleared the res room.
This season's anime, like, there's been some decent offering. Nothing like rush out, must see right now type deal.
Yeah, it was a bit ridiculous. I watched the handyman one.
Oh yes.
Like the final boss, like he comes back to life more times than Cell. Like it's ridiculous. Like it's just like we've been fighting this guy for what, 3 episodes now, and he dies every single episode at least twice. Come on.
Is it at least a new form every time?
No, it's not. He just heals again.
Okay, spiders. Point blank AoE. If you get hit by it, their next attack is lethal.
I'll just stay over here then.
Yeah, it's called particle acceleration or particle collision or something. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that
don't
one.
get hit by that. And if you don't get hit by it, their other attack is you don't care about it. It's just a little bit of bonus damage on their next auto attack.
Oh, hang on a sec.
I have to say this format really isn't very Black Mage friendly.
No, because you can't you can't greed a cast by taking a little bit of damage. You're just gonna die.
Yeah. You've got to move.
Yeah, if triple cast isn't up, I basically don't do anything. But if triple cast is up, then I pull aggro.
I think you are the squishiest class.
They are, but that's less of an issue nowadays, or in this dungeon in particular.
Because you're not going to get auto attacked into the ground anymore.
Yeah.
Steal. Yeah, we will. But Lami are easy. They just have a point blank AoE that's telegraphed. Or I don't know if it's telegraphed or not, but it doesn't matter. It's super easy to dodge. It's called circular something. Yeah, that thing.
That one.
That's all they do. Yeah, whenever something has a point blank AoE, the reason you're pulling aggro is because I am prioritizing mechanics over everything else. I'm not greeting anything mechanics wise. Because it's all lethal.
Hey, you got a Phoenix down.
There you go.
Yeah,
That Fern can get the pox again.
No.
Please don't get the pox again. We can still stun the silver mimics, so I can still deal with them one at a time. But we're at silver mimics now, by the way, so silver chests can be mimics.
Oh joy!
So they're
rude.
So bronze chests are now free, but silvers can now chew on us, and the silver chests hit way harder. Forget if it's the spiders or the bugs that are randomly cite AoE despite not having a head.
I couldn't see past the floor wrinkle.
I can alter the next floor. I'll do that. I'll use my fortune on the next floor too. Oh. Okay, it's the spiders that are side AoE for some godforsaken reason.
Come on.
He must have just turned around.
Yeah, he didn't like you. Anyway, good. Keep going into Ari's week, I suppose.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't say anything else because I haven't done anything else. It's been rough. I keep thinking that it'll be better next week, but I don't actually have any good reason to believe that. It's blind optimism.
Time is coming. Eventually.
Yep. I have to believe it, otherwise I'll lose my mind.
Yeah. Poke my head.
These patrols are actually easier than the last patrols we fought with the Mirror Knights because they have a look away as well, but it's only a cone.
Oh,
It's a moderately large cone, but it's only a cone.
Still so used to a lot of the big look away mechanics being circular.
Omnidirectional.
Yeah. You see it in a boss, and it's omnidirectional every time.
So yeah.
I think there's maybe one boss that's not, and that's the Araman and
run.
I think.
That one's not as big as you made it sound.
You kind of oversold that one.
I was expecting it to be more like the ones the electromagnetism ones.
No, that one makes that dude the most dangerous mob on that floor. So I do lethargy. I'll take a lethargy.
I feel like lethargy screws up my rhythm.
It does a little bit on some mobs, but I
It's like, do I stay in and greed, or do I move out? Which do I pick?
Yeah, I used altar on this floor, so I want the mimics to cast slow if we get a mimic room. Oh, we got another lethargy that we won't need. This is a big floor. It's a mimic floor, so I'm gonna fortunate. I'm just gonna get a couple whacks. So my week, you're seeing the bit of free time that I had this week. I spent it in here, really learning the floor set we just did, and this floor set. I've cleared this floor set and beat the floor 40 boss. I think 4 times now, 6 or 5 times. I beat the boss on floor 40.
Okay, that's not a bad effort.
I beat the floor 50 boss twice solo. So that's where I'm at on my solo adventures. I've sprinkled in a bit of the stuff I was going to talk about throughout their weeks, since we've been in here already. I'm max Aether Pool now. I have over 200. I have 259 potions right now. So I'm good for soloing. The previously on Ari Does Deep Dungeons, many months ago, back maybe a couple years ago now. You may have remembered me saying I was kind of stuck until I got some potions. I expected that when, before we knew anything about this deep dungeon to be the case here. That was not the case at all. The mob auto attack damage is the reason you needed so many potions before in the previous dungeons, because you needed to offset that constant stream of incoming damage to have a chance to survive on DPS, or just to make your life much easier on a tank. Because everything was potentially threatening with its auto attack damage. But there's still one more room we haven't checked.
Yeah, we kill one. Okay.
normally in a situation like this, if I was solo, I wouldn't check this room. But since y'all need Aether Pool, I'm going out of my way to check for silvers and grab any extra palms that just happen to be in there. I can sneak get this one.
You might not be able to sneak your way back out again.
He might turn around.
I can sneak my way back up. Glad I did, because this thing had a strong in it. So, I can get by that. I can get by that easy. He's nowhere in range. I just walk right in front of him on the wall, and he won't aggro. Oh, you meant that guy.
That guy. Yeah, he turned around at the last minute. It's all right.
Yeah, had to go all the way to the back of the other room. So yeah, I'm now very comfortable with floors 21 to 40. The only problem mob here is on this floor set is the patrol for the last part of the floor. We're at the second tier of patrol, which is the flying head dudes. They're the easiest of the 3 patrols. The last patrol has a mechanic called forearming or something, and it just cleaves literally everything in front of him for like a whole room and a half. You're not getting away from it.
Red Beast is right over there.
Fiery dude.
Yeah, let's go ahead and deal with the Dread Beast, since we have both a
He's
witching
the damage
and a
one?
storms. Yes, he is. So, since we have both a witching and a storms, I'm going to do it this way. Oh crap, he's an ep. I got an idea. Y'all play with the Minotaur. Crap. Using another storms.
Alright, got him.
I mistimed that. So that's still a risk with the Dread Beast. If I was being smarter about it, I would have pulled him when he was an imp anyway, and then stormed again. And then I was going to use my my Hinnigian or whatever it's called to dash in after he was pulled, but I didn't have enough juice. So there was no dash in. Oh, right.
I'm up as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I've just been chain popping intuitions because I don't expect to make it to. Oh, we're on silver chest now, by the way.
Yes.
So the rewards are more valuable. So getting to floor 70 stuff has not been in the cards quite yet for me. I'm not quite there yet. I'm almost there, but it's still not worth saving my intuitions for those floors. And greeting for intuitions on higher floor sets in previous deep dungeons has been a recipe for disaster. So, oh my goodness, that's a lot of dudes. We may have to blow the other storms.
We can't pull them one at a time and just, grind through them?
We could.
Well, I mean, you guys can. I'm going to stand here and watch.
Oh, no, you can set up shop back there as your black mage friend.
Well, I'm not going to have aggro because
not as long as I'm silenced and pacified, I can't do a damn thing.
Oh, no, in that case, go take a nap.
Okay, it's ward off now.
Actually, you know what? We're not going to get a much better opportunity to use one of these.
Yeah, might as well. Something fun.
I'll turn into a robot.
Oh, a robot.
Robot!
Oh, I actually can use the range pull on the robot. Or Fern can face pull it. So yeah. So I'll let y'all get all the treasure. I already have a strong going, so stupid Lamia.
Ah, there's the trap.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, at least we know it's not in the room now. Where's the other Minotaur? Oh, it's all Minotaurs.
It's all many Minotaurs. Many.
It's oops all Minotaurs.
Many Minotaurs.
Oh no. I'm gonna try and clear as much of the rest of the floor as I can with this thing. I don't know if I'll be able to get very far though. So yeah.
Probably not.
Every day this week at work has been a nightmare. It's just I've been incredibly busy. I just we have so many jobs going on right now. Our main competitor screwed up another job that we're having to come in and salvage, which is good because it means I get a job that is a fairly large job.
Yeah, but it's also like they screwed it up immediately before Easter, so now everybody will be desperate to have a solution before the holidays. And I have to spend time talking to the contractor, the customer, and the engineer about just how my competitor screwed it up, so that so that I let them know what I'm changing and why they're going to have to go back and do extra work to change all their master documents.
And lead. There is Kaftanek? Yes. 7th through 9th.
The 9th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually kind of started losing track of exactly what day it is. Apparently March has happened, but it's happened without me, so yeah.
This guy has many arms.
He does.
Okay, forearming. Do not be in front of him. So when I pull him, get in melee range. Just in case he does forearming first. His other cast, atmospheric displacement, run away. Get behind him.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a big target. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's why these guys are the most dangerous mob on this floor set. We still have a few of these type of patrols left because it's the transitionary floor set where you can get one or the other, or the transitionary floor where you get one or the other. There always seem to be 2 floors of patrol type 1. The 3rd floor will be patrol type 1 and 2. It's about half and half, weighted in favor of the one that came before it. And then patrol type 2 will dominate for the 2, will be exclusive for the next 2 floors. And then you get patrol type 2 and 3 weighted in favor of patrol type 2. And then same thing for patrol types 2 and 3. The pattern continues. So that's how you can tell what patrols are going to be on any given floor set. It's also when the enemy types start changing, and they follow the similar rules, with some exceptions. Oh, he's going to be at that for a while, ain't he?
Oh, did you blow a... Oh, no, you just got a really long cast time. Okay.
No, a lethargy. Yeah, we got a lethargy in there.
Yep.
So lethargy is active. These guys they do literally nothing. They nominally hit hard, but in here it dodoesn't matter unless you're doing multi-pulls and you pull
real estate.
Yeah, if they don't do anything, they're free. Because hit hard with auto attacks. There is precisely one mob where that has been threatening to me, and it has been the mob that has killed me both times I made it to the 450 set. Every other mob that's gimmick is just I hit harder than average. I have not cared about.
Yeah.
And it isn't even that part of its mechanic set that gets me killed. Did we check? I'm gonna take a risk. No, steal. I want to steal.
Over here. This Nicky.
Depends on whether the Minotaur wants to turn around on me or not.
Minotaurs, point blank AoE with swing,
distracted with my
frontal
dots.
cone with swipe.
Oh, you nearly made it.
Okay, run, and then don't be in front of it for swipe. You'll notice I could go in there and greed right now. I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't do that.
That ends precisely one way.
You're going to get smushed.
That's a cone? Okay.
But he's dead. So.
Okay, we get the chest in there. Cool. Let's get out of here. Next floor.
Next.
Oh, we got an affluence. And another intuition. We got 4 cursed swords already.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to work all the way through Easter. There's nobody I can trust to do it for me, so...
Oof. That's going to be rough.
At least I should be able to keep my hours to semi-sane because there won't be new things coming in. It'll just be old stuff being cleaned up. And so I can just spend the rest of the time working on the various clean-up projects that I've got to do.
You have any processes that are reliant on outside companies at the go?
Yes, many.
That's not going to happen.
They are all frozen in stone right now because of lack of manpower everywhere in every sector in this country.
Yeah.
Everybody is looking for work, but nobody has any workers. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Yeah, this is a thing with everybody. Everybody's hiring, but and nobody can get anybody to be hired. All right, we got 2 of them. It's 2 of them. I only want to pull 1, so get in this corner.
Yeah, let's just hide.
I will pull the back one once the front one gets far enough away. And I will pull it into the main floor area there. So this is common in here. If you get 2 problem patrols like this, where you can only realistically deal with one of them at a time, forearming, be behind it. Oh, Vault's cutting it close there. Atmospheric displacement, that's point blank. Fairly large point blank.
Oh, come on!
Ooh, that looked painful.
I was in no way standing in that.
Yeah, but server disagreed. We still in combat.
Server is such a bitch.
I'm going to grab the other patrol while you're resing. I'm going to drag the other patrol to you.
Just be careful where you wave that thing.
Yeah, he's swinging that way.
Okay, we're good.
So
I'm gonna wait till he's done with his forearming and his other silly bullshit. What's his other thing?
Point blank. That thing. That's why I was dragging
him away.
Yeah, that's why I was dragging him away. Okay, there's those two dead. Yeah,
okay.
Those guys are pretty scary. You don't want to pull them with anything else. The Impuses are proximity aggro. They're the first semi-dangerous proximity aggro mob. Hey, we finally got a purity. They will run behind a random player in the group, and they will start channeling that. And it does that.
Oh. Healing
Could not tell what that was.
It was a punt.
Oh, okay.
Which, in a place like this, could be really bad.
Yeah, if you don't know where the traps are... Oh, we got another patrol. I'll grab him, and... I'll drag him back. I'm just going to drag him back.
Let's not fight him in a corridor. That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. It's not that bad to fight these guys in corridors, but it is safer to fight them in a more open space in case you get repops or something.
At least with, if you've got a tank or you're on your own, you can...
Fern.
Yeah, I missed that.
The good news is the beacon of return should be activated soon. So we can pick you up once we clear out the exit room. Yeah, these, I'm going to wait for that Reptoid to lose his buff. These guys will buff themselves out of combat. You don't want to pull them when they have the buff, because it makes them hurt a lot. Yeah, I knew that those guys would kill you guys at least a few times. Like, they're just mean.
Uh-oh!
It's okay.
Alright.
He was dead.
All set.
That rear has a deceptively long cast because of how short the
How good my gun looks.
Yeah, the mechanist weapon is pretty good here.
You've got to keep the floor from getting away. It's important.
Never trust the floor. Don't know what it's up.
Yeah. The good news is, I have an onion night if we decide to go for floor 50.
We might do that off the stream so we can actually fully pay attention.
Yeah, that one's going to be a little rough. So, Minotaur time. Run. Okay.
So Cone?
Yep, Cone. And he'll just alternate between AoEs. I've always seen him alternate. I don't think he can repeat. But don't quote me on that. We're just going based on what I've seen so far.
That's the sort of thing that's just waiting for you to fall into the rhythm.
Yeah, so when you're in here right now, the data that's out there is based on a very limited sample size. So keep that in mind when you are...
You pull both? Is there a landmine? Oh,
okay.
There you go.
The Minotaur is much more dangerous, so I'm going to kill that thing.
Okay, there.
I will take another steal since I'm doing dumb landmine plays.
Right, next.
So, yeah. My work week has been a pain in the butt. Like, just a giant pain in the butt. Dealing with this other job, and it's the biggest job in the company's history if we get it.
Wow.
Like, it is a Toyota mega plant. Chimeras, do the standard Chimera. Ram's Breath, run away. Where are you guys? You don't? Okay.
No, we're already pieced out.
I thought that you already put your head in there and it wasn't worth doing. Was there a silver in there?
No, there's a gold, but I'm not going to mess with the Chimera. Chimeras are the next most dangerous mob. They are just a standard Chimera. Ram's Breath is point blank AoE, run out. Dragon's Breath is a donut AoE, run in. Or Dragon's Voice and Ram's Voice, whatever they're called. They're just one standard unit Chimera. But when you're trying to deal with if you accidentally pull more than one thing and you have a Chimera, things can get out of hand pretty quick.
Well, the thing is that most people do Chimeras by screwing it up at least twice, but you don't get that many options in this.
There is a silver in that room, but I want to check for patrols first.
Yeah, it's probably
we're kind of in a janky starting area here.
But have you seen any large rooms or anything?
Nope, I am not.
Is there any evidence that they exist? Like, has anybody mentioned them?
I haven't seen them mentioned anywhere, so I don't think there's any special rooms. Which is fine, I guess. They would be kind of wonky in Eureka Orthos, the way they have it set up. I'm going to do something really stupid.
Okay, this could be.
If this goes pear-shaped, let me die.
Okay, I won't engage then. Until you say engaging is not going to cause our untimely death.
No, we're good.
Fantastic.
I'm stupid is good.
Well, there's a storms back there and we were overcapped, so I wanted to make it count. So yeah, I'm comfortable enough to do dumb plays like that on this floor set. I would not have done that if I saw a Chimera. Or I would have made sure the Chimera was the very last mob that I was going to. So yeah, we're gonna have to deal with it. Chimeras are proximity aggro. Don't try and sneak by them, and so are the Impulses.
Yeah, multiple heads.
Well, I mean, they got 3 heads on the front and 1 head on the back, so...
Dragon in?
I'm too far away.
Yeah, try and LOS it or outrange it.
That is the largest freaking dragon's voice I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think did you LOS it? Is that why you survived?
Yes, I LOS'd it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ran around the corner. That's my solution to everything in this dungeon is to run around the corner.
I just did not make it in time.
The beacon of return should be up soon. So yeah, I've been in here. I can very comfortably do these 2 floor sets now. So that's nice. I've got a good bit of sellable loot, surprisingly, despite I thought these stuff would be flooded. So if I come back here after the rush is down, can probably make some good money.
Yeah.
I've got that stupid urban coat twice now. It still sells for like 500k.
Yeah. Well, the tailored version of it also, I think, also sells for about 500k as well. So.
Yeah. Well, it's going to go for whichever's cheaper because it looks identical.
Yeah. Just different starting color, and that's about it.
We'll pick you up after we grab one more mob.
Okay, I'll just enjoy the nap.
I want to get that boost out of the way. So we are now in the floor set where I have to remember what aggro type things are to sneak around them, and if you stop to kill everything from this point on, you're going to be in for a bad time because stuff has just too much HP. Is the thing open? Yeah, let's go pick up a fern. Or you can go pick up a fern. I'll keep clearing this room out. What type of trap is that? I think that's a landmine trap. I hope that's a landmine trap.
You don't sound so certain on that. Weakness.
So yeah, doing landmine plays as much as you can is a good idea to save time. So
yeah, that.
Is it worth the risk? Yeah, he's walking away. I'm grabbing it. We're not going to pop that.
No, not at this point. We're about to go to 1 floor and then boss.
Yeah. So I will strong for this boss. You guys, everything this boss does is a 1-shot, so steel won't help you.
Oh joy.
And I'll start explaining it once. I'll explain it all at once when we get there. That'll be easiest. Ooh, yes.
Oh, see, you're going to do that.
Oh, so everybody's now fragile as glass.
Yep.
So they can't get their health back.
They're all at literally 1 HP. It's like a Commander of Petrification with no duration. Just for funsies, so we don't have any accidents.
Keep in mind it does not apply to pets.
Oh,
Repops,
it does. Yeah, repops. But repops take much longer after floor 30. You're looking at around a minute before you get a repop. Although, when the first repop can happen is the timing on it is slightly variable. depending on the floor set, but usually it's around a minute to 3 minutes. And repops subsequently usually don't happen except for one every 2 to 4 minutes. And this rule appears to be consistent from Palace in Heaven. Oh, cool. We get a free strong. I'll take free strongs.
Yep.
Oh, Vaul, use strong. That'll help make this boss go faster.
Oh.
How many demi-clones do we have? We have a Doga and a 99. I'll blow Doga for this guy, so he's going to die really fast. But you still got to do mechanics.
Well, he bettered because I have trauma.
I haven't even seen this boss yet, so I don't know what he's doing.
I haven't seen this one. I just remember from back in the day.
No, I haven't mentioned the name of the boss yet, to Fern.
Oh, this should be interesting then.
I'm going to re-steal because I'm probably going to have aggro. The boss, I'm not going to spoil it now. It's too close.
I'm basically having the FF equivalent to NARM flashbacks.
Mm-hmm. What was in this one? Dread. We almost left a Dread.
I don't even remember what Dread does.
It's the super one. The one that turns you into a machine.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. For a bit.
So.
Okay, what are we doing?
Say hello to Twintania. Again. So, Twintania has modified versions of the Twintania mechanics. They switched them to their Basha equivalents, though. And Dive Bomb has been replaced with a different mechanic. So you don't have to worry about a knockback from Dive Bomb. Instead, her first mechanic is Twister. When you see her casting Twister, do not run in the path that anybody else is running, or that you have... I'm going to go and pull Doga out. Do not run in the path that anybody else is running, or in the path they have run, because anywhere within that cast bar will be the targeted location for her to drop a Twister Bomb.
Right.
And you need to be moving from the start of the cast until you see the bomb appear. Don't stop at the end of the cast. You can see the Twisters now, like you can in Baja. It's a little green bubble on the ground that'll appear somewhere behind you as you're running. If you are not moving throughout the entire cast, you are almost guaranteed to be hit by it, and it's a one-shot.
Which means we're going to be hit by it no matter what.
More importantly, is the edge of this arena lethal?
It might as well be. It does a seriously heavy dot.
Okay.
Right.
Fantastic.
You can survive it with potions, and every survivability cooldown you got once.
Well, that's nice.
Her next mechanic is that you need to worry about is Mercedes Squall. She will target baited AoEs on every single player that will strike 4 times, and they will linger, and they will delay before they fall down. And when she does this, she will start pairing it up, depending on her health, with a ton of tornadoes around the room. And then she will run to the center and start a arm's lengthable knockback. There will be exactly one straight line from the middle to the edge that you can get knocked back and not hit any of the Twisters or the wall. Both are lethal. You need to not drop any of your baited AoEs into that line, if at all possible. If you do have to drop them there, drop them towards the end point of the knockback. You need to be in the smack center of the room, too, as close as you can when the knockback happens and get knocked in that straight line. Otherwise, you're going into the wall. Her last main mechanic is her Dive Bomb. When she goes away and becomes untargetable, she'll cast Mercedes Squall, but not spawn the tornadoes. So everybody will have the baited AoEs they need to run out, so we need to try and spread out during this, and look for Twintania to appear on the edge of the room. She will then dive straight through the arena and down the middle with a fairly huge hitbox that's bigger than she is. And in addition to that, she has a hidden Twister cast that is not telegraphed at all while she does this. So you need to not stop moving after you find Twintania. So for the entirety of the time she's off screen, you cannot stop moving.
Right.
Are you beginning to see why I have flashbacks?
Okay, and that's the explanation of the boss. We're going to use our palms, so we got to go now. Ready?
Okay.
Let's go.
Incredibly unsporting, doesn't she?
That is how she do.
Twister, get moving. Mercadian Cyclone. Baited AoEs come afterwards. Find a spot that is not near the safe spot. The safe spot is not...
Right
okay,
where I am, actually, or was. I need to run over here.
That's okay. Run your baited AoEs towards the back of the spot if you have to.
Oh, come on.
Now get to the middle.
Another safe spot over here.
It's okay. No, that's not a safe spot. Trust me.
That's fine.
Twister. Oh no, not Twister. Yeah, Twister. She's delayed it. Our DPS is so wonky it's delayed a bit. I almost walked in the Fern's path. Okay, she should. This should be the dive bomb. She normally does it at 50, but her timing is screwed up. So don't stop moving.
Terrible night. So.
Oh, poor Doga. Okay. We're safe from that one. She should do another Twister almost immediately after.
I'm glad we've got Doga because I haven't been doing any damage.
Twister, Twister, Twister. So, she's not too bad if you have in the forefront of your brain everything she does right away. But it's actually easier solo with her because there's less baited AoEs to get dropped everywhere, and you can plan your pathway easier. But 5 silver sacks.
Okay. Yeah, imagine that fight, except it goes on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It goes on for a while, even solo. That one's 5 minutes at least.
Yeah, but 10 minutes with 8 people?
Yeah, it becomes messy.
I have trauma.
So yeah. Yeah, let's not do floors 41 to 50 on the show because we can maybe go in there after we finish the show and we can probably wipe.
I'm going to crack some sacks then.
In that case, let's see what treasures we got, and then take a quick break. Oh, hey, I got a glam. Yeah. Adventurer's Hooded Vest. I think that one actually sells for a lot.
Maybe it used to.
Yeah, actually, because it's one of those ones kind of edgelordy and modern. Yeah, I think it used to exclusively be a tailored one as well.
Salt and pepper seal.
I got junk.
I got the Promise of Plunder Orchestrion roll.
Mysterium Kitchen Hanger. Actually, I'm going to use that. And General Purpose Pastel Green. Of all the General Purpose dyes to get...
Roll.
Hey, at least it's not...
Freshly glazed Porksy Orchestrion roll.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know that.
Southern Seas Shoes.
Tastes like...
Magitech Predator F1.
So, what Aetherpool level did y'all get up to in there?
40...
I'm not sure.
48... Hang on. I gotta scroll back up because you had... Yeah, 44, 48. There we go.
How do I even check?
It's a system message, so whatever chat log you keep your system messages in.
Chat spam.
Yeah. Alright, actually, give those being...
I'm at 45.55.
Okay, that's a significant improvement. So, yeah, that's been my week, is just doing that floor set. I'm now very comfortable with those, and maybe once I'm more comfortable with 50 to 60, I can take them through and show you all that. Since we're kind of showing it to you in real time, there's no point in skipping ahead and really explaining what I've seen on the further floors, except for my run stoppers, which I'll quickly do, and then we can go to a break. My run stoppers in there have been a shark on floors 51 to 53. Yeah. They are gray rock sharks, because they're not water sharks, they're rock sharks. And they have a move that they do almost immediately after they're pulled. You've got about 3 seconds, about 1 or 2 GCDs, and they'll start casting it. And it is a dash towards you that will target you and put a line AoE between you and them. You must LOS this cast. There is no other way to survive it.
Eesh.
And because of the way the floor layout is, it uses a recolor of the caves from Palace with slight tweaks to the floor layout, but otherwise the assets are the same. But this means it has crystals jutting out everywhere that don't technically break line of sight. So you have to run wider bursts around the walls to fully break line of sight. You have to break this this connection. So once their cast finishes, as long as you're out of line of sight, they'll give up and they'll just come chew on you. The problem is they are also the only mob so far that does real auto attack damage. Everything else on the 50s hasn't even touched my health. So it's not the floor level that's increasing the damage. It's just these stupid sharks. So they hit like tanker trucks. And everything, they cannot be pulled with anything else on the floor, which is a problem because the stuff on the floor, the sharks are the patrols for the floor, is the problem. So if you get a bad room where you have nowhere to safely break line of sight without pulling something else, and you have two of them coming at you at the same time, bad juju is going to happen. Like, the first time I died because I did not respect their auto attack damage, and that was one of their mechanics, because it just hadn't been a thing so far. And they're the one mob that hits hard, so I died on floor 53 both times. And the second time I died to the stupid charge because there was no way for me to reasonably break line well, I broke line of sight the first time just fine. And then another shark came around the corner. And I pulled that one. And I broke LOS on that one. I'm like, okay, the line of sight's broken. I'll just chug potions and pop every defensive I've got and try and burn these things down. If enough time passes between the pull and their cooldown coming up, they can do that stupid line of sight break again. And when I didn't know this, they were in a bad spot, and I got chopped.
Oh dear.
So the same mob has beaten me on the floor 50s twice now. It has got to a point where on floor 53, I am now considering using an Onion Knight. Or something to take care of the stupid sharks.
Anyway, we should take a quick break.
Yep. We will return with what little extra we got, and probably have a shorter show this week. So we'll be back after some music. See you in a little bit. My chicken is complaining he can't see.
Yeah. So we actually have the full set of weapon barding between us: the emerald, the diamond, and the taco.
I didn't have the emerald until very recently.
I only got the diamond this morning. Actually, I got it out of the that first set of bags we had.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me you got the emerald at the time that I got the ruby.
Yeah, that sounds right. So
yeah,
I don't have diamond yet, but I've got
ruby
and emerald from the bags and innocence. I have that one.
I have to say, I like
Innocence.
Diamond is probably the best of the mug. I just love the diamond.
I've got innocence, and I've got light, and I've got ruby, I think.
So
yeah,
normally I use the.
That's a barding that needs to stop already.
I love his haircut. Unfortunately, he still can't see. Oh no, he can see.
What's a good barding I've got? Let's see. Yeah, the Divine Light's the newest one, but I've got Ruby as well. Apparently, when did I get that?
I got Eternal Darkness. How edgy is this? From the bags just now. I already had it, but I've never used it. I must have got it in some bags earlier.
It's super dark.
Dark.
So you can beat him at Silk.
It actually works the blue. Pretty cool.
Okay, chicken bow. Oh no, his timer ran out. I'm getting back.
All right, so we don't have a whole lot of news to go through this week because it's been a very dead week.
Oh, while we're going through the news, let me put my Chocobo's barding back on. I want to show the location we managed to get for the house.
Oh right, we should. Can we actually teleport directly to Free Company? Yes, we can. Here we go.
Yep. You can't mooch Free Company teleports, but
housing
thing.
It can't mooch housing teleports at all. But I presume that's because of some wonky code that goes into the when you change servers, so you don't wind up going to a wacky ward.
Yeah.
And the game doesn't get confused. So this is the plot we got. I haven't done much with it. Where'd Fern go? Okay. Yeah, I haven't done much with it. I put a heaven on high here, like at my house, to assert our dominance in the neighborhood.
As you do.
I spent 1 million gil on the stupid smaller water otter fountain.
Which I know
is it possible? Is it possible to use coordinate add-on things so you can put a heaven on high on your heaven on high?
Oh yeah, I could totally do that if I wanted. I'm not going to demonstrate because it's only
how high is the zone ceiling? That's my question. Is like, how high can we get our heaven on high? What are the limitations here?
You can Hackerman stuff pretty ridiculously. Heaven on high might be special because of how tall it is, so it might tap the ceiling and be forced back down to the ground. But I doubt it. Actually, Yoshi P, don't ban me. We'll figure this out in real time.
Okay, this could be interesting. And if we can put a heaven on high on our heaven on high on our heaven on high.
I hope nobody that's a rules lawyer or a that's
Huh? Oh.
Let me go up that.
Wait, hang on.
Right, keep going. Yeah, I can keep going.
Oh.
There is a height limit, but I can take it up pretty high.
So we need to have the highest heaven on high.
You do.
Oh, I don't want to do that because people do sometimes get dinged for having their yards. Blatantly Hackerman.
But everybody's got those freaking bridges and sort of like
it's only
balconies and stuff.
It does not happen often, but there have been reports of it, so I don't want to risk it.
Right.
Basically, someone shows up and they want to be a butt about
it. There have been 2 anecdotal reports about it, but that's enough for me to go. I don't think we should try to incur the wrath of
Yoshi P.
Yeah.
So
and I see he just could not help but have a smaller otter water.
The word salad fountain.
Smaller water otter fountain.
All right, we have
smaller
inside,
otter water fountain.
We have fish. We also have
the
secret
fish are-
doors.
Yeah, the fish are just there because I want to do something with them, and I just put the bookshelves there because I figure we'll find a use for them later.
Yeah.
Nothing is anywhere close to a
We
finished
haven't.
anything.
Yeah, we haven't touched this at all. Really.
The flooring and the walls are literally what I had laying around. Abo put all this crap here just so we had access to utilities right when you walk in, and the message book is currently on the floor.
As it do.
It has a message in it.
Oh, does it?
Jan was here.
Is it something inappropriate?
No, it just says Jan was here.
Oh,
I expect that they're just one of those people who insists on having their name in every
book.
every guest book in the ward.
Oh, thanks, Jan.
Yeah, there seems to be one in every ward. So yeah, inside. If you come back outside, Fern, before you.
I was gonna hang up my saucepans.
Did you? We could properly show off the plot we got for the free company.
So yeah,
This is an absolutely amazing plot,
it is,
and it's not even in a new ward. It's in an older ward, one of the original free company wards.
So we got the beach right there.
Yeah, and our neighbor is this guy.
Yeah, which is actually pretty cool. I like that. It's still weeby.
It's a normal ass.
It's not 255 blue.
Exactly.
I made our roof very, very dark blue for now to match our to complement our emblem background.
So yeah, you got the market board, the summoning bell, and the Ethernet shrine thingy right there.
Yeah, this is about as good a plot as we could reasonably hope for with a small house on a free company lot right now. So yeah, I'm not married to this stall either. It's just the only one that was affordable. If you want to make good donations to the free company housing fund, you feel free to join our free company and put money in the guild or Gil in the guild bank so that I can go buy us furniture.
I wonder if I can actually pull anything out of this pond. Let's see.
You can't fish in the pond.
Is letting me fish in the pond.
Oh, you meant the pond up there? Yes. You can fish that pond.
Not that pond
I thought you meant the one in the house. I'm like, no, you can't fish the carp out of the pond in the house. You can fish them out of the lavender beds to make the pond.
What did I get? A Nogoi. I didn't actually have that one, so thank you. That works.
So yeah, I'm glad we got this plot because of the location.
It is such a good place.
Yes, I felt the need to cram a western ass house in the middle of Weebland because of all the Weeb houses that invaded our ward.
Yeah. I think
there's so many bathhouses in the goblet right now.
Having a quick look around, I think we are the only Western style house in this ward at the moment.
The only civilized house in this ward.
And we will remain the only Western style. We will remain the stalwart Western style house if I have anything to say about the exterior of this house.
Yeah, you've actually managed to land us in a ward which does not have any of the eyesores in it either.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any of those obnoxious, those stupid-looking bird things that walk around, they hop around. What are they?
Yeah, the Pisces.
This person does have no Pisces house here.
Yeah, this person does have funny ideas about how climate works, but I mean, can't really fault them.
So does most of the world these days.
This guy's got a giant Moogle pumpkin in his yard, but other than that,
it's a bit late. That should be getting a bit soft and smelly by now.
I haven't seen any Namazu effigies either. Hey, this house isn't Weeb.
Wait, what?
And neither is this house.
Yeah, we found the other side of the neighborhood Westerners.
America Town.
It's okay. We gotta represent the West on the beach.
There's a couple of alarmingly pink.
I found that
Namazu effigy, Easter Island head.
Who owns this house?
Inflatable kiddie pool.
I've seen quite a few of those around for some reason.
The goblins own that house.
The mind goblins.
Their clan tag is D's. D-E-E-Z.
Oh no.
I think I'm starting to get a picture of what those individuals might be like.
Yes.
They probably are fun.
Meme lords at the very least.
So yeah, if that's the worst house on the lot, that's not that big a deal. At least it's just an effigy and not the whole house.
Yeah. Is there
Yeah,
a
otherwise it would be a
full
plaster
Namazu
house.
house? Or is it... I thought it was only
No.
Chocobo, Moogle, and Paisa.
No, but I was
This-
thinking it just
It's a
any
matter
of
of
the
time. There will
Yeah.
be one day.
yeah. There's still 2 open plots on this in this ward. I think this is actually a mixed ward. I think free companies or individuals can bid on it.
No, we can't. It's not a mixed ward.
Oh no, that's right. It is free company only.
Yeah, the original one we bid on was.
Yeah. So yeah, we got the guild house in probably the best location we could hope for.
Yeah. And now, submarines.
Yep, we have. Me and Abo spent the free time I had today doing the submarine construction.
Well, that should allow you to make a reasonable amount of money for furnishings.
Well, for the moment, we've got it sent out to go get materials that are required to upgrade the submarine. So it's going to be on 18-hour trips repeatedly to go gather upgrade materials for a while.
Yeah,
I have no idea what the return rate on those is like, but I imagine it takes at least a few runs. Why is there a random otter lantern inside the house?
I don't know, but I'm going to go hang my saucepans up. Yeah, once you actually get the submarine fully upgraded, you can send it out, bring back furnishings, and some of them are like 500 gil for a tankard you can sell.
Yeah, there's a pet I want from one of them that just came out, the little water dinosaur.
Oh, yeah.
The plesiosaur one.
Yeah, I want that one. I don't want it to have it, not to sell it, because it looks adorable. So yeah, that is the other Final Fantasy XIV project we're working on, and I will decorate it at some point. I'm not as in a rush to decorate this one. I'll get the outside presentable at least, and then I'll build up the inside. I'm still just... Abo brought up a few ideas he wanted to do. I have a fallback idea for inside, with continuing the cafe bar theme on the first floor, and building something like a sitting room library area on one half of the basement, and a meeting room for the guild on the back half of the basement.
I like the idea of it
Is the current
down there.
That's the fallback plan right now. We'll figure out what I might put a shower in there just for hygiene's sake, so we don't have no stanky people in this guild.
I mean,
You don't want to spread your musk?
we do have Fern, like...
I am a very
Hrothgar.
hygienic, large, hairy thing. Thank you very much.
It will make the bathroom smell like wet cat, but it will not make the whole house smell like stanky cat.
The drain will get plugged by hairballs all the time.
It already gets plugged by hairballs all the time. We have tails.
Yeah, well, you're the only one with a poofy tail.
Well, Fern has a poofy tail too.
I've got a poofy tail.
Well,
Not-
he's
not
a
as
Hrothgar, he has bigger problems.
I have neck poof. Okay, that
How much
saucepan
do you
rack
think-
is just alarmingly, disappointingly small.
How much do you think female Makode spend at the haircut place to get their tails trimmed?
Huh.
It probably depends on what tribe they are.
Like that's got to be expensive.
Oh, hey, an old friend posted in here. Neat.
So yeah, that's those are the Final Fantasy projects I'm working on. Working on Eureka Orthos slowly. I just don't have a whole lot of time to sit and chain run it. So I've managed to do those 2 floor 50 runs that got owned. One was on Samurai, one was on Red Mage. I have a Mechanist run that has 2 Onion Knights in stock, sitting at floor 20 right now, because you have to start from floor 1 in Eureka Orthos. If you like with all deep dungeons, you have to start from floor 1. But this is both a blessing and a curse, because going into the 21 floor set, able to pop strengths to make it go faster without hurting your palm supply, is a major boon, and makes that floor set and floor sets afterwards go much faster. However, the respawn rate on floors 1 to 10 and 10 to 20 is absolutely bananas. And you have to level up. And so you will often fully explore and clear a floor, only to have to fight your way all the way back through the rooms you just cleared, because there's so many repops. I have been stuck in an exit room with damage down, where there's a repop every minute. It was a 3-room floor, and in the exit room, every single time I would finally get something dead, another thing would repop on and block the exit, and another thing, and this repeated for a good 7 minutes.
Ugh.
So
Yeah.
This has been noted by every single person that's been doing this this deep dungeon, even the hardcore people. Their least favorite floor sets are floors 1 to 20. Not because they're hard, not because there's anything there you got to worry about. You can totally turn your brain off, turn a podcast on. I recommend paying Sargon a few shekels and listening to Brokenomics. That's what I've been doing. And you just get stuck there sometimes, and it takes forever to chew through these floors. And the boss on floor 10, for whatever reason, has health scaling that is way too high compared to even the later bosses in the dungeon, apparently. He has a health scaling comparable to the final boss on floor 99. Like, for some reason, his health pool is just jacked through the roof. So you need a demi-clone to kill him in a reasonable time frame, or you're going to take over 10 minutes to kill him. Unless you blow his strength. So yeah, that's about all I got for Eureka Orthos so far. As we progress as a group, I'll show off what I can. If I get some time to do some runs this week, I don't know with the way things are going. Maybe I'll take you guys through floors 41 to 50 again. Might take y'all through it off the show, just so I can try and get some practice on that floor set. Because I'm still not super comfortable with the enemies.
Hey, is that chicken palmy? That's a chicken palmy.
I'm currently eating your dog.
Please do not eat my dog.
Chicken palmy is pretty much an Australian phenomenon.
Yeah, it is. No, it is not Italian. Not even remotely.
It would like to masquerade as an Italian dish. However, the existence of the parma and a pint suggests that it's not authentically Italian.
A chicken palmy or chicken parmigiana is quintessential Australian pub food.
Yep, I have a steak.
It is also delicious.
Yeah, when it's done correctly.
Yeah, when it's done correctly. Like, if it's done with cheap ham and, crappy breading, you just end up with a sweaty mess and it's yuck.
Yeah, if it's done wrong, it becomes very soggy very quickly, and it's like eating like cheese-flavored porridge.
Yeah.
Not good. And the reason I know this is because I lived in the halls of residence in my freshman year of university.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know to what extent that's a thing in other countries, but it's the normal thing you do when you enter in New Zealand. When you enter university, you do your first years in the halls of residence, first year, and after that you'll move out and find a house to rent with some people or by yourself, depending on how wealthy you are and what your disposition is. But the food in the halls of residence is usually manages to be worse than boarding school food. So, yeah.
Yeah, food in the loosest possible terms.
They tried to prepare chicken parmesan a few times. And it was really, really unpleasant, and you were fearful for your life. Well, you were fearful for salmonella mainly. Because the chicken was usually like, it gave a reasonable impression upon a cursory glance that it may in fact be cooked.
Oh, it was rare chicken.
They did in fact serve raw chicken once because the fuses blew in one of the ovens and they just keep shoveling everything through
without having any
without
heat.
bothering to check.
Oh no! Oh, I hate it. I hate everything about that.
If it was America, it would have been lawsuit city because the number of people got food poisoning.
I can imagine.
But we don't have that in New Zealand. That's not a thing. So.
Okay.
Oh, I love the way our house looks. Yeah, I love the way our house looks at nighttime. And check this out up here. If you see it from the top.
But my palmy.
It looks really good at nighttime.
Yeah. If you can't tell, we are stalling because there is no news.
Well, yeah. The news is. The only news worth mentioning is Final Fantasy VI got a few new stuff, and they opened their PAX. I haven't watched their PAX press thing, and I don't plan to.
It's not important. It's mainly just like question and answer time with Yoshi P about what expansion did you like the most? What are your fond memories of the development process? What is your favorite scene in the story? That type of question is mainly what
Those sorts of
Yeah.
Q&As
I haven't
always
watched it
have the
either. I've just
same
seen
questions.
some bits and pieces.
But the important part was the slide they opened the webcast on, which was just, you can pet the dog.
You can pet the dog. Incidentally, my brother did play a little bit of Diablo 4, and he submitted one bug report so far. The bug is, you cannot pet the dog.
Yeah, it's a bit. I've seen some positive impressions of it, but in light of Blizzard recent, it's they just come off as being kind of like cope. Like, we desperately want Blizzard to redeem itself, so we're going to be like obscenely positive about things that are passable.
Yeah. At best, I've seen people being cautiously optimistic, but then anything beyond that really does smack of copium.
Even if you give them without playing, just take them at their word. Okay, sure. Maybe so far what current Blizzard's doing is fairly good. Just in general, and you're genuinely having a good time, and it's not all cope. Okay, let's play pretend. Sure, we'll grant you that. How long is that going to last? Because right now they're in panic mode. Right now they have to listen to the players, at least a little bit, because they have made their shareholders very angry with the loss of subs. And their investors very angry with the loss of subs. So they have to do what you want. The second they don't have to and they get complacent again, do you think they're going to keep up what they're doing?
No, it's going to be monetization central.
Yeah.
It's going to be Diablo Immortal.
Yeah, they're going to cash it. It's going to be worse than before. They're just going to cash the stupid thing out. So I've tried to explain this to the one person I know that still plays WoW, that I talk to on a semi-regular basis, and he claimed he got it, but he didn't sound like he got it.
No, because he probably owns TRH.
Yeah, but we'll see. Like, by the sound of it, the Microsoft purchase is going to go through at this point. So
yeah, it was pretty much a lost cause to try and stop that one.
Yeah.
I get why people tried, but
yeah, like they had to try. I suppose
has all of the money in the world they need for lawyers.
You were never stopping those.
You're never stopping it. So we will see what happens once that goes through. But until that day, I just cannot trust Blizzard.
And
to give Microsoft their due, while they may not be the most ethical company or the wisest company or the most in touch company, they do have a reputation for occasionally just going through companies that are underperforming with a scythe and cutting out all the dead wood.
Yeah, and actually making unprofitable companies profitable again.
Yeah, and Blizzard also had a recent staff culling.
I still expect there's going to be another one, but this time it'll be chopping off the top instead.
Yeah, this one will come from even higher up, and will probably nix a few executives.
Yeah.
We'll see with Blizzard. I, at present and for the foreseeable future, will not be putting the Blizzard launcher on this computer. I don't want it on it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want Blizzard's products to touch my life right now at all. Less because of their recent tomfoolery, and more just because I don't want to have people come talk to me and get me hooked back into that machine. Because even though I'm adamant about not touching WoW or Diablo or any of the Blizzard properties right now, the chance that somebody could come out of the woodwork and drag me back in, and I could get talked into it by somebody going, "Oh, well, we've got all these old people you used to know and talk to, and all your friends are here," is too dang high. And I don't want that, because my life has been better without Blizzard in it.
Honestly, yeah.
Like, just excising Blizzard from my life has made everything better. I've had to work harder. I've had a whole lot more stuff and responsibilities to do, but I've still been happier without Blizzard in my life.
Yeah, can you imagine having to log on and do dailies?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. I'm loving this mount. Have you actually zoomed in on the mount when you're doing the electrical attack?
Yep.
It's
not good for you in there.
No, it is not.
Would not advise spamming that. I mean, my character probably doesn't have that many brain cells, but the ones she's got left are kind of important.
All right. Well, in that case, just doing a quick flick through. Apparently, Final Fantasy XI's a thing, and they've got a new director now. A new producer.
Oh, they've been carrying that one on, but they're sort of at the point where they have got so many layered character progression systems that it's gotten a bit silly.
Yeah.
So just trying to draw the game out and keep people playing it.
The game.
I don't blame them for
long.
it. There's a lot of people who are very fond of it and who continue to play it, but I think that it's going to start winding down toward maintenance mode over the next few years, I think.
Yeah, they're already in slow release pseudo maintenance mode. They get a little bit of new content, but it's very slow.
If I feel like taking a break from 14 at some point, I might up 11 for a month and give it a go, but
there's still so many grinds to do in 14.
There's so many grinds.
And this is the reason I don't feel the need to go back to WoW. Is I mentioned this before, and I'll reiterate it again. Is Final Fantasy 14 has one thing that other MMOs don't: completable grinds. I can make a project, spend a couple months on it, and be done with it, and then find another project. And there are functionally an infinite number, or nearly a half decade worth, if I keep going for another 3 years worth of these projects to do. And that's with me playing. Of the three of us, I have the most free time.
But glamour is forever.
Glamour is eternal.
Yeah, and there's just so many of these little projects and collectible things to do and grinds to do that I will be at it probably in perpetuity. And no other MMO can offer me that with a endless series of completable grinds. It is always just treadmills.
Yep. With disappointment at the end of them, if they ever actually have an end.
I'm going to eventually have to go back to Eureka, aren't I?
Yes,
you are.
We
You're
all
going to spend
will.
all your time in Pagos.
So that's, I think, the big difference. Like, particularly with rep grinds in 14, you can knock them over in a few weeks and you're done. You get a nice story out of it, and usually you get a really cool mount.
Yeah, it takes about a month worth of days for their dailies, and then you're done with that.
And then you're done.
That reputation.
Unless it's the Ixal, in which case you'll lose the will to live about halfway through. But the grinds in WoW they're just stagnant, really. You're just doing the same thing over and over and over, and at the end, you might get a mount, but it'll be a color swapped mount, palette swap.
Well,
even then, of going back to just circulating around world quests, my goodness.
Like even simple grinding and farming for rare stuff isn't really doable in WoW anymore. Like I remember back in the day farming for the Crusader enchant. Like that was a completable grind if you were leveling enchanting, and you could do it over and over again to make money. And that was something I would do by myself or with friends a lot. And you just can't do that in modern WoW. There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware.
Honestly, I think the only thing I'd bring from WoW to Final Fantasy is the ability to just have every item you've ever held as a glamour. That's it.
It would just put me in a position if they did that where I wouldn't be able to decide on a piece. If I have to put my outfit together first and then go get the pieces, it also feels like I attach to it more, so I kind of wouldn't want that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, with my...
I still think that the glamour system could use some work.
It could still do with a bit more love, yeah.
Like, my Ninja Glamour is simple, but I had to sit and put it together.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of attached to it.
But,
same with, like, my Mechanist Glamour that I like.
Yeah. There is a lot of fun in going out and finding the rare, hidden, I am your hat glamours.
So, yeah.
Alright, let's wrap up then, because we're just blathering at this point.
Yeah. So, alright. Free Company is now fully operational. We have 2 more Free Company ranks to get, but the amount of EXP you need for those ranks is quite high. We are halfway through 18 to 19, and we'll be ranked 20 soon. We're working on the submarines, but everything else is fully functional. We'll have the grade 3 wheels up whenever the submarines come back with the right parts.
I presume you just get like more actions or something boring like that.
You get more empty action slots at 20, but we'll work on the grade 3 wheels once we get there. Currency income is going to slow down, but we got so much during Mine and Abo's relic weapon grind that I don't think that matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll get to do the relic weapon grind, and then we can get some more. But no, I don't think that's going to happen in the near future. I'm even going to have to work through Easter. I can't believe it. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I have authority now, and so I've got to make sure things get taken care of because I've cursed with a sense of responsibility.
Yeah, it's not a affliction I wish on anybody, but unfortunately, somebody's got to be afflicted by it, or nothing gets done.
A bad case of responsibility.
Bad case of this crap ain't getting done. So nobody else is going to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So feel free to join our free company on Leviathan, on Primal US. We're here. Well, I don't expect any of you to, but the offer is open.
Are they doing a hardware swap next week or something?
I don't know.
I think that they were like taking Primal down for a couple of days or something.
That might be.
Maybe we'll have to look that up.
Lodestone. Come here, Lodestone.
But yeah, I could see them doing
Monday, April the 3rd, 2023 at 3 a.m. to Tuesday, April the 4th, 2023 at 3 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
I wonder if we're able to move our characters onto other servers and play them there for a bit.
That's all North American data centers.
Oh, right. Okay. In that case, it won't matter.
Yeah, we'll just be locked. It's just 24 hours. We'll be locked out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
hours in the middle of my prime gaming time.
Oh, naturally.
Data center travel will be suspended 30 minutes before maintenance as well, presumably, so they don't have any janky character problems.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it be, and that's there. Join us on Discord and send us some emails. We didn't check the email this week
Yes, we
were doing. Okay, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Sayonara. Bye bye.